And welcome back to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks. And it's thundering outside. I hear it. Big rolls of thunder rolling around. And I want to say hi today to a dear friend of mine, Louise Cash in Chattanooga. And she's been a friend for 20 plus years, and she's a tennis buddy. And we used to play tennis a lot at Maker Patton. But it tickles me because she gets this show on Comcast in Chattanooga, and she calls when the show is not on. So she called me last week and said, "What happened? You weren't on today." And of course, I know none of the mechanics. I know nothing. So I don't know. But Louise, I hope you're getting to see this today. So hello, Louise Cash in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I want to tell you all about some things that are happening now. The Museum Center at Five Points right now has the quilt exhibit going on through the 28th of this month, and that is sponsored by the First Tennessee Foundation. And there's a lot of things that are going on, and I've got me some notes here to tell you. Now, Saturday the 23rd, they're going to partner with FOLA, Friends of the Library Association, and they're going to do Between the Stitches. And one of the things they're going to do that day is called a bed turning. And they'll have a whole lot of, if they do this bed turning like most of them when I've been to quilt shows, have a whole lot of quilts stacked up on a bed frame. And they'll tell you about a quilt and a little bit of its history, and then they'll flip that quilt and the next quilt comes up and they'll tell you a little bit of its history. So this is going to be from 10 until 3 at the museum Saturday the 23rd. It's $5 for museum and FOLA members and $10 for non-members. So if you want to go, that would be great. That is this Saturday. Now, Melissa and I talked about the Redback hymnal singing, sweet singing on Sunday, March the 3rd from 2 to 4. This is a free event, so we hope everybody will go. Now, the DAR genealogical workshop will be March the 5th from 10 to 3. Find the roots of your revolutionary ancestors. And it's $20 for museum members and DAR members, but it's $35 for non-members. And let me remind you, if you want to do this event, $35 is all a single museum membership cost. So if you do that membership, then it would just cost you $20 to go to this, and several other things like just $5. Sometimes it's free to museum members, and there's a cost to non-members. So you might want to look into joining the museum. They also have family memberships and other memberships available. So if you go to museumcenter.org, you can find out about their memberships. Now, they have another exhibit starting March the 7th, and that's Fabrics of Cleveland. And I think that's going to be real interesting because I know some manufacturing plants here who manufacture, or did manufacture in the past, fabrics, and so I think this will probably be a very, very good exhibit. Now, on March 23rd from 10 until 3 will be the Magic of Wearable Art, Fiber Arts Fashion Show and Market, and they're going to have Janie Bryant will be on there. Janie was the fashion designer for Mad Men, won a couple of Emmys, I think, for her designs for that show. So if you're interested in that, give them a call, 339-5745. They have tickets available for that. There's a luncheon involved, or you can get corporate tables or host tables if you're interested in doing that. So I got to call my girlfriends and see if we want to do that. Now, the next happy hour, the next history happy hour at the museum will be March 7th, and that's going to be Irish America, and this will celebrate the Irish American history with traditional music, food, and drink. So this should be interesting. Usually those are free to museum members. I'm not really sure if there's a price to non-members. And then I've told you on June the 6th, it will be the 75th anniversary of D-Day. And my date that night will be my Uncle Ralph Painter from Chattanooga, 97 years old. He was there at D-Day. He was also there for the, they did a mock D-Day a little bit before that called Operation Tiger. He was involved in that too. So I'm hoping that he'll be there with me as my date. He just had, about 3 months ago, had aortic valve replacement. He's 97 years old. So that should be a lot of fun, and he probably has a lot of stories he can tell about that. Now, Saturday night, the 23rd, the Cleveland Orchestra will present Mozart and 1001 Nights, and that's at 7:30 at the George R. Johnston Theater on the campus of Cleveland State. The program begins at 7:30. I think the doors are opening at 6:15, and tickets are $15. That should be wonderful. I'm not going to be able to go, and I hate that because I already have tickets to see Book of Mormon in Chattanooga, and you can't be two places at once. I've tried that a couple of times. It just doesn't work. Legally Blonde, the musical, is still going on at the Athens Arts Center. Friday, the 22nd, and Saturday, the 23rd at 7 o'clock, and then Sunday, the 24th at 2 o'clock. Tickets are available, and there's a phone number on the screen that you can call, 423-745-7173, or you can go to their website, athensartscouncil.org, and that will tell you, get you some tickets. They do great productions there, folks. They really, really do. I've been to several, and went up there to see Guys and Dolls, and a couple of my students from Englewood, who are now adults, were in it, and it was a great production. Now, the Lee Opera Theater is going to start their spring production. It's not spring yet, but they're calling it spring production, February 21, 22, 23, and 24. And those tickets are $8 for adults, $5 for seniors, and $3 for students and children. And I'm not really sure if you're an Encore student. I don't know whether that's $3 for you or whether you get in free. I don't know exactly how that works. But for more information, you can contact Lee's School of Music at 423-614-8240. And they're doing two operas, and of course they're in Italian, and I'm not going to try to read them. One of them is Puccini's, I'm not going to try to read these to you, but anyway, if you like opera, that will be interesting, or if you just want to expand your horizons and go see opera. I know I've been to see Madame Butterfly, I've seen HMS Pinafore, and I have seen Pavarotti live and in person in Knoxville. So I'm going to say I've done my due on opera. Okay, so also Thursday night at February 21st, the ATS, The Bridge, will offer The Addicted Brain, and it's an understandable look at the disease of addiction from a recovering addict. And this is going to be at Lee University in the lecture hall, the Rose Lecture Hall of the Education Building. And it's from 6 to 8, and no reservations are necessary. You just show up. Tim Hilton from Bradford Healthcare will be speaking. And this is something, folks, that we probably all need to be aware of. It's amazing, the opioid crisis we're having in Cleveland, Bradley County. So I think that would be good for people, just an awareness. Then the U.S. Navy Band is going to perform Friday night, February 22nd, in Soddy Daisy at the high school gym at 7. And this is a free concert, and this is in Soddy Daisy at the high school at 7 o'clock. So if the rain will let you get to Soddy Daisy, they are always, I've seen the Navy Band, the Army Band, the Marine Band, they're all fantastic groups to listen to. And they don't just play military songs, folks. They have some great selections. So if you're interested in that, that is at Soddy Daisy High School at 7 o'clock Friday night. Now, the Tennessee Great Garden Experience will be offered by the Polk County Extension Office starting February 26th. And if you're interested, there's a number to call, 423-338-4503. And that is the Tennessee Great Garden Experience with the Polk County Extension Office. And we have a new extension office director here in Bradley County. I need to get him on. Kim retired, and so I need to get our new one on to talk to us about, I hate for our extension office to be the best kept secret in Bradley County, but it almost is. There's a lot of things that they do, folks, that we're not aware of. So anyway, then the Cousin Jake Tulloch Memorial Bluegrass Festival in Etowah will be March 1st and 2nd. And for more information, you can call them at 423-263-7608. A dear friend of mine, John Studdard, was one of the people who actually started this. John has since passed away, but this is a great bluegrass festival, and if you like bluegrass music, this is where you need to be on March 1st or 2nd in Etowah. And like I said, for more information, you can call 423-263-7608. And then Saturday, March the 2nd, we have Happy Birthday Dr. Seuss, and this is the 15th annual Happy Birthday Dr. Seuss event at Cleveland State. And the featured book is going to be And to Think I Saw It on Mulberry Street. And each child will receive a free book and a goodie bag. And for more information, you can contact Suzanne Wood, and her phone number is up there, 472-7141, extension 282. And I called today and left a message for her. I'm hoping to have her on the show so that we can talk about this. But this is a free event, and it's from 10 until 1 at the library at Cleveland State. And 2 years ago, I decided I'd go and see what it was all about. Well, hello, so did everybody else in Cleveland, Bradley County, Meigs County, Polk County, McMinn County. I don't know. I've never seen so many people in my life. And I didn't have a child, so I left because I was taking up space that a child could have. But it's a wonderful, wonderful event, folks. So that is March the 2nd from 10 until 1. And the Athens Arts Council is now accepting entries for the annual high school art showcase. And this is showcasing art from high schools around the area. You don't have to be in McMinn to be showcased. So the deadline for that art is April the 1st, and it'll be exhibited April 12th through May 17th. And so you can see on the screen, the opening reception will be the 12th, right before the first presentation of Alice in Wonderland. So for more information, and I always hate these things, I figure if you go to www.athensartscouncil.org/events, you can find it. But it says high school school arts show 2019. Golly bum, who can remember that? But anyway, there it is, folks. Now also on March the 28th, we will have the Community First Gala at Cleveland State. It begins at 6:30. Tickets are $75 for a person, and corporate tables are available. I should say, we're calling them host tables now. I'm sorry. Host tables are available. So if you're interested, go to Cleveland State's website and check that out because it's a great event. I've been every year, and I believe this is the 4th year coming up. So it is great. Now, U-Turn Institute will present Russ Taff live, Freedom from Shame, his music and story featuring a Cleveland community chorus. I'm not really sure who that's going to be. On April the 13th at 6 o'clock in Pangle Hall. And the doors open at 5:15. The concert is free to the public. And if you want more information, you can call 423-813-3300. And those are some things that are going on now. Let me tell you one thing real quickly, folks. There is a whole calendar, 3 months events in your Bradley Essential, if I can get it picked up, in your Bradley Essential Winter 2019 Volume 2, Issue 1, and they have all kinds of things, and it's gone through January, it's gone through February, and now we're getting started into March, and they're also going to have April in there, a little bit of April in there. So be sure that you check these out, find these magazines in different stores and locations. I have some at the Red Ribbon if anybody wants to stop by there and pick up one of these. It's great. It also has other articles, and it features some of the things that's happening in Cleveland, Bradley County. So it's been a great day in Nancy's neighborhood because I'm on the 2nd floor and it's dry where I am. I'm going out in the rain now and going over to Broad Street to eat spaghetti dinner and then go to a Bible study and choir practice. And hopefully I'll get home and there won't be a whole lot of flooding because most of you know I'm on the river. So you just never know. So it's been a great day in Nancy's neighborhood, folks. And for now, bye-bye.